Hello, welcome to Stories in My Box. Today I found this owl in my box. I am going to tell you a story from the Highlands in Scotland. Once there was this enormous castle in the Highlands. Every castle had its storyteller, and every storyteller had its share in the great hall, an enormous place where all the activity of the palace took place. This storyteller in particular was sitting on his chair, but that day he was not feeling well. He had no stories to tell, no more stories, so he felt depressed, sad. But at that moment, the clan's chief approached to him and he said, "Storyteller, tonight I will have an enormous party. The kitchen cooks prepared a big feast. The pipers are playing their tunes and the harps are producing their melodies. And I want you to tell the best story you have. So prepare the best story you have for tonight." And the storyteller had no stories to tell. And he sat there on his chair, feeling so sad, feeling like unease, achy, and cold, and dozing. He felt sleepy. And there was a fire near him. So he was so cold that he put some branches on the fire. It was feeling better. Nice, the warm, and he put more branches and the heat came out and he put a big log and he sat there feeling so good and dozing and gazing at the fire, and he saw a pair of two black eyes, looking fixedly at him. And all of a sudden an owl came out and he said, "I know your problem. You don't have a story to tell tonight. I know your problem. You don't have a story to tell. Let me help you. Come with me. Come with me." And he started flying all over the place, all over the great hall. "Come with me." And the storyteller arose and he began flying with the owl, flying. And they flew all around the great hall until they found an open window, and they went away flying until they overflew the woods. And they sat there on a branch on a Scottish pine tree, because that was the wood full of Scottish pine trees, beautiful trees, and they sat there. And the storyteller saw the nature, the birds, and the little animals, but it was like an atmosphere of quiet. The wind was not blowing, no noises around. And he realizes that down there was a well that must be full of water, but it was dry, barren, and a stream of spring little water came, just little water. And that's why there was a great silence there, because there was no water. Everything was like silent and sad. All of a sudden, there, a noise came, and a lightning, like the sun had entered the place in the form of a white horse, a beautiful white horse with a beautiful mane. And that horse looked around, and when it looked around, it was a unicorn. It had a unicorn, a magical creature, a unicorn. And the unicorn saw the dry well and the spring, and he put its horn on the spring, and water began to flow. Clear, natural water. It was a miracle. And the light came onto the horse, and the horse did like this with its mane, and the water, drops of water full of lightning, came around him like a rainbow. And water started to flow, and the unicorn disappeared. And the wind began, and the birds, pee, 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 and the little animals making noises, and life came to the place. And the storyteller came down, and he took the water from the well, crystal water, and he drank the miraculous water, and he felt full of energy, full of stories, full of life. And he hurried back to the castle because he knew that he had to be there. And he sat on his chair again, full of energy, because tonight he had a new story to tell. He had the story of the unicorn and the owl that had helped him. And that night he was going to tell the story of the unicorn. And this was going to be magical. And this is the end of my story. Hope you like it.